Alright guys, so today we'll be reviewing Gorilla Mode and all of the Gorilla Mind products just because I've had a lot of people ask me, Sawyer, what do you think about this pre-workout? Sawyer, what do you think of their pre-workout? And I didn't try it at that time, so I couldn't have gave you guys like an honest review. So I was like, alright, I don't know. So I went talked to Derek and I was like, Derek, can you guys send me some pre-workout so I can do the review? He was like, yeah, cool. So let's just get into it. So I'm not going to talk about any of like how the packaging is or any of that stuff. I'm just going to go with straight to the point, how I felt, how this is, what kind of pre-workout person you're going to have to be to take these pre-workouts, and etc, etc, etc. So first we have Gorilla Mode. This is going for right now I think like $40, but it's usually like 60. I think if you're a beginner, right, the one scoop's going to be perfect for you. And when I say beginner, I'm talking about the people that have like only done C4, Nitroflex, maybe ESP, that only dabble in those kind of like pre-workouts areas, Fury, all those other kind of things. One to two scoops, you're going to think this is like the best pre-workout ever. It's going to give you a good pump, good focus, all this other stuff. It has everything you're going to probably need. You definitely could take this if you're like, a mediocre, I guess, stim junkie, but if you're on the borderline or on the line of being a stim junkie, don't waste your money, I guess. Like, it's not going to really do anything, because I think 2 scoops only has, 300 caffeine, and most stim junkies are like, oh, I'm 600 caffeine, and that's what I have to take, so 2 scoops not going to do really anything for you if you're looking for a stimmed out pre-workout. But this isn't really necessarily a stimmed out pre-workout. It's what hasn't, like, it's everything you need. It gives you pump, caffeine, and all the other stuff. They did have a Gorilla Mode Stim, which I haven't tried yet. I want to try later maybe, but I'll kind of go into what you can do if you do get this pre-workout, right? Because as I was taking like a better look at all their products and such, they have it where it's almost like a good stacking pre. And what I mean by that is this pre-workout, right? It's in itself can be it can be turned up from a starter pre-workout all the way up to a stim junkie pre-workout, okay? And this is how I can say, okay, like I said, oh, this isn't a stim junkie pre-workout. This in itself isn't. But they have these things called Gorilla Mind Rush, right? And I'm going to say this right now, out of all their products they have, this is probably my favorite. It's something I took a lot more, and it gave me an amazing workout every time I've taken it. You can take 3 to 6 capsules. 5 was really good. 6 was probably my best, but it was a little bit of overboard if you wanted to take it at nighttime, I guess, and try to fall asleep. It was a little hard. But the reason why I want to get into this is with these two, you can make it a really, really good pre-workout. So for your starters, this just in itself will be fine. But stim junkie wise, this and then this is going to be perfect. It's going to give you something where it almost could be a pre-workout day, if that makes sense, which is kind of nice, because you don't want to be taking these two every single day. And this can be obviously a deload pre. And when I say a deload pre, I mean when you're bringing down your stims to, not that high, which is kind of nice, I guess. So the way I was looking at it is I wouldn't have to essentially change my pre-workouts, I guess. All I would have to do is go from, say I do a max out day, I can take 6 of these, 5 to 6 of these, 1 to 2 scoops of this, have an amazing max out day or whatnot, heavy single, and then then say we're backing off on some stuff and we're having a deload, I can drop it down to 2 scoops and then drop it down to 1 scoop to then maybe drop it off to no scoops for a week or whatnot. It doesn't really matter. But all I'm just gonna say is when you stack these two together, it makes a fire pre-workout. I don't know how much these are. These are probably like $40 or $20. I'm not sure. But this is the Rush in itself. If you don't even want to buy the pre-workout, that's fine. The Rush in itself is probably their best stuff they have. If you don't even want to waste the $60 on buying the pre-workout because you just don't feel like you want to buy the pre-workout, which, okay, you could honestly buy a crappy pre-workout and then buy this, and this in itself would just make that pre-workout better. I haven't tried that with any other person's pre-workouts. I've only, stacked these two together. and I had a really good workout. I'm gonna be honest. Like when I took 6 capsules, like these two together, I had almost a little bit better pre-workout feeling than I've had with some of my hardcore pre-workouts, you know, that I would take for max out. You guys can probably already guess what kind of pre-workouts those are. Let's get into the smooth. So the Gorilla Mind Smooth, you know, it's cool and all. I really think the Rush is honestly, you know, the best money saver, I guess. If you had to pick between them, go with the Rush, in my opinion. I love the Rush. The Smooth is okay, you know. I had some last night, and it was like, yeah, cool and all, but the Rush for some reason just hits. It's just way better, you know. And like I know this, like people say, oh, take this if you're doing studies and everything, and I don't know. I just don't like doing that, because I only want to take my stimulants for me when I'm gonna go work out, and you know this is honestly just like you know, I'm pretty sure it's like, yeah, focuser and everything else like that, so kind of like a nootropic, but like I'd much rather take that during my workout. So I took 6 of them last night. It's made music sound amazing when I was driving there, and yeah, but the Rush in my opinion is way better. If you want to take anything away from all these, it would be the Rush and the Dream. These are probably the bread and butter, best products they have out right now. Pre-workouts, you know, like honestly, really good and all, but these things are where I just love. You know, this is where I fall in love with what the company sold or sells or whatever. They made this stuff, which is cluster dextrin, and this was mango peach flavor. I had 1 scoop out of it, and I did not like the taste. Couldn't even really finish it, I'm gonna be honest. So I don't even know how it's gonna perform. Don't really recommend the mango peach flavor in my opinion, because I just didn't like that taste. If you guys can handle that such, go ahead. But it just wasn't something I could taste. Like honestly, it was something I could like down, you know, especially with me how I'm trying to eat as much food as possible. Finding things that I can, you know, drink and I don't find I don't know, I guess stomach aggravating type thing is a big thing for me. So with that, I really couldn't just take it. There's a difference though between that and the mango peach flavor with like the pre-workout, because I dry scoop my pre-workout. It was a really easy dry scooper, so that's something to look at. EAs, I'm not going to really be able to say anything really about that. Yeah, you take them, and yeah, it's not like I'm going to be like, oh yeah, recovery was 10 times faster. Like, they're EAs, you guys know what they do. Next thing we can talk about is their Nitric. I took this yesterday actually for my chest workout, and I actually had a filthy pump. But also you guys gotta remember, when you're taking this stuff, if you don't eat enough food or you don't have enough carbs or sodium and all that other stuff, it's only going to be able to carry you so far. Yesterday, I had burgers, like what I even had, I had burgers, pizza. I literally just like full out carbs, you know, and sodium. And went to the gym and I just felt super full after taking this, you know. And I really want to kind of emphasis on this where the whole Gorilla Mode products, right? When I got them, I kind of realized that this is such a stacking pre-workout product line, I guess. And you don't really see that too much in companies. And if you do, they're mostly underdosed. I looked at all this stuff. It's really, really nice. He hasn't made it where, oh, buy this with this with this, and all of them are really crappily underdosed at a very high expense. So to kind of summarize up the products, I really liked them. I really think it's a smart way, I guess, to go about it if you're doing things in this way, where I'll give you an example. If you're on a, I don't know, power building program, I guess. Bodybuilding, yeah, obviously you're going to take this because you have way more pump days, but for me, I had to take the Nitric, you know, after I was done with my compounds, because if I took it before then, it was just like, would wear off. So that's something to keep in notice. But here's the thing I want to talk about is say you're going into your workout, right? And for me, I have heavy singles on Wednesday for deadlifts, and I have either heavy single or triples on squats on Friday. So for me, I could take 1 to 2 scoops on Monday. I could take just this on Tuesday, which is my bench day, and then I could take this and then like 4 to 6 capsules of rush for my single on deadlifts, have an amazing workout session. Then on Thursday is just a bench work day where it's like only a couple exercises, like 3 of them. I could honestly not take anything, or I could just take some rush to kind of feel like I have a little pump, taking some nice pictures. Then Friday, take, you know, this on top of some rush and maybe some smooth if I wanted to. And then on Friday, I could just have it where I just take this, you know. If I have days where I just need to kind of look good and want to take some nice photos and I ate a lot of food, I can just take, you know, mode and some nitric. I don't want to take any of my rush really if I want to have kind of a pump day, just because I feel like it takes away from the pump. And I just don't want to be taking that much stuff. You know, when you take all those powders, it kind of just gets annoying, if that makes sense. That's why this whole entire thing is like a stacking thing where you can switch up your entire workouts and you'll get different effects by the way you're like kind of dosing yourself, I guess, if that makes sense. So yeah, just kind of give you guys a little insight on how I kind of did it. You know, I would take 1 to 2 scoops on like an easier day, and then when it was a heavy single day or something, you know, it's 1 to 2 scoops and then 4 to 6 capsules. I don't know, I can't stress it enough on how much I like the rush. The rush was probably their best thing out of everything. Like I said, smooth is okay, but the rush is their best product by far, followed up by their dream. I took this, and the reason why I want to talk about the dream is essentially just because when you take, let's say, melatonin, right? I'll have it where I've taken melatonin and I've laid in bed and I've been on my phone, and it's almost like melatonin weared off, and like I didn't fall asleep because I was on my phone. I know it's not really a good idea to do that, but anyways, when I took this, it's like 4 capsules, I believe. I'll literally be in my bed and I could be on my phone, right? And it will hit me in about 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, right? And I can still be on my phone, and I'll finally get like, you know, heavy-eyed, and I'll turn off my phone and I'll go to bed, you know? And that's something I don't really have when I take melatonin, and it's just something nice to have when I'm training maybe a little later and I'm coming back, you know, around 11, 12, you know, because whatever days I have, because usually if I have like a deads and bench day, my workout's taking quite a bit long just because of the whole entire warm-ups and whatnot, you know. So that's one thing I really liked about the Dream, is it kicked, it worked, and it made me fall asleep. Yeah, I don't know, I think I covered everything I wanted to in this entire video. If you guys made it through this entire video, thank you very much for kind of enjoying, I guess, my entire overview of what I think about the products. The Rush is literally amazing. The Dream is something I would definitely purchase if I were you. The Pre-Workout, I guess, is up to you if you want to. Just note, if you're going to do it, buy the Rush as well, because you can literally make it your pre-workouts change, you know, if that makes sense. You can make it where you're dabbling with the Rush and you just kind of implement 3 to whatever many capsules with the powder, and it can make your pre-workout day go from, you know, a solid 5 to an easy 10. And that's what I liked about it. You know, it was easy to make it where I could make the pre-workout an everyday pre-workout to a max out pre-workout, and that is what I liked, you know. And it wasn't something that was going to be super hard on my adrenal glands, you know. Products like that contain 1,3-dimeth, you can't take every day because it has 1,3-dimeth, but this doesn't have any 1,3-dimeth, which is nice, you know. So I just wanted to kind of talk about it and almost try to answer as many questions as possible that I might get in the future. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, I think I'm probably going to do another pre-workout video either after this video or in the next few days if this video does well and you guys want to see that. So drop that down in the comments if you guys want to see a you know, top 5 pre-workout list or something, and I can easily do that. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, thank you. Subscribe.